Hey guys, this is Sean from SeanOther.com, and in this video we are going to compare HTC One M9 Plus with Huawei Mate S, and we will have a look at which device is better for you and which device you should buy out of these two. So let's start the comparison of these two devices by having a look on their design. So as you can see that Huawei Mate is slightly bigger than the our HTC One M9 Plus. Huawei Mate S is wider also. It's having 5.5 inches screen, while our HTC One M9 Plus is having 5.2 inches screen. Talking about the look, both of these two devices are having pretty premium look from all of the sides, as you can see, from the back, from the bottom, from the front and top as well. But the HTC One M9 Plus is having slightly better design and look than our Huawei Mate S. You can see that the Huawei Mate S is having a big size, but it's pretty flat as well, and it looks identical to few of the other smartphones, even Huawei Mate 7. So comparing the design of our Huawei Mate 7 Mate S with respect to HTC One M9 Plus, this device looks pretty premium, and the brushed back panel and the curved back panel, the edges uh, are very much beautiful and also much better than the nearly straight back panel of Huawei Mate S. So if we talk about the premium design and feel, HTC One M9 Plus is much more premium in terms of design than Huawei Mate S, but once again the look is all about the vision of the person who is going to use. So maybe you will like the design of Huawei Mate S much better than the HTC One M9 Plus. It's totally up to you. In my case, I'm liking the HTC One M9 Plus much better than the Huawei Mate S. And if we talk about the performance, both of these two devices, they are having the octa-core processor, 3 GB of RAM, and if you have a look on our benchmarking test comparison of these two devices, you will find that HTC One M9 Plus is scoring above the Huawei Mate S, and the biggest reason behind this is that Huawei Mate S is having a very poor GPU. Though in daily usage and while playing the normal games, you will not find much issues while using the Huawei Mate S. But if you're going to play high-end games, you will find maybe there are some frame drops and slight lagging in our Huawei Mate S, but on our HTC One M9 Plus you will not find any issues of this kind, though the GPU used in this device is also not the best one available in the market, but still it's better than the Huawei Mate S. You can have a look on our benchmarking test comparison to better get the idea that which hardware is performing better in benchmarking test. In daily usage and real life scenario, both of these two devices are pretty much similar in terms of performance, so that's not going to be a big deal. But still, if you are concerned about the benchmarking scores, HTC One M9 Plus scores above the Huawei Mate S. And if you are talking about the camera, both of these two devices are having great cameras. Our Huawei Mate S is having 13 megapixel primary camera, while our HTC One M9 Plus is having 20 megapixel primary camera, and HTC One M9 Plus is having a really great camera, and our Huawei Mate S is also having a very nice camera, but the difference is that HTC One M9 Plus is capable of taking recording 4K HD videos, and this feature is not available in our um, Huawei Mate S. The reason behind is that the hardware is still not capable of making 4K HD videos, while as I have already told you that even in benchmarking test, our HTC One M9 Plus is performing better in terms of hardware. And but our Huawei Mate S is having much more features and camera modes than our HTC One M9 Plus. You can see that it's having lots of interesting features like panorama mode, super night, HDR, pro camera, and best photo, and blah blah blah. Even our HTC One M9 Plus is having the pro camera feature by going to the manual mode, but there are few options which are available in our Huawei Mate S but not in our HTC One M9 Plus. So if you are into pro photography and like to use the manual functions of a camera, then Huawei Mate S is better for you. But if you are not much into manual settings and adjustment while using the camera, then HTC One M9 Plus is good for you as well. And talking about the camera features and functionality, our HTC One M9 Plus is also having few extra features, because if you go on the back side, you will find there are two cameras. This dual camera feature brings lots of new features in the camera, like 3D mode and lots of editing features. So this is also a good thing about HTC One M9 Plus, which compensate a few of the features which is missing from its camera. And talking about the front facing camera, HTC One M9 Plus is having great quality front facing camera, and it's ultra pixel camera in our HTC One M9 Plus. So the camera quality is really very nice, especially the video quality as well from the front facing camera. Our Huawei Mate S is also capable of taking 1080p Full HD videos from the front facing camera, but the imaging quality is not as good as HTC One M9 Plus. But our Huawei Mate S is having a front facing flash which is lacking in our HTC One M9 Plus here. As you can see, there is no front facing flash in this device. And also our Huawei Mate S is having time-lapse feature available in its camera, which is not available in our HTC One M9 Plus, but our HTC One M9 Plus is having slow motion video recording, which is not available in our Huawei Mate S. So it's totally up to you which type of features you are looking for in a camera, and depending on that you can go for the preferred device. Also, our Huawei Mate S is having the light painting mode, which is not available in our HTC One M9 Plus, but HTC One M9 Plus is having manual mode, as I've already told you, and using that you can also use the time light painting mode, but you will have to go through the manual settings. If you are not good with that, you can't do this. So once again, there are some extra features available in the Huawei Mate S, and there are few extra features available in the HTC One M9 Plus as well. So depending on that, you can decide that which device you want. If you are a casual photographer who is not much into lots of fancy features and options, then HTC One M9 Plus is a better phone, because it's having 4K HD video recording. The primary camera is great for still images, and so is the front facing camera. So just for usual photography, and if you are looking for nice quality images and videos, you should go with HTC One M9 Plus. But if you are looking for fancy features and some add-ons, then you can go with Huawei Mate S as well. And when we talk about the screen quality, our Huawei Mate S is having 1080p HD screen, while our HTC One M9 Plus is having Quad HD screen, which is much better than our Huawei Mate S in terms of resolution. Huawei Mate S is having AMOLED screen, and here is LCD3 screen, but still the display quality of our HTC One M9 Plus is much better than the Huawei Mate S here. And if you're concerned about the good quality screen, you should buy the HTC One M9 Plus. But keep in mind that this HTC One M9 Plus screen also consumes more battery than the Huawei Mate S. And since we are talking about the battery life here, Huawei Mate S and HTC One M9 Plus is having very slight difference in terms of battery, but the performance of HTC One M9 Plus is much better than the Huawei Mate S, especially when it comes for the standby mode. The HTC One M9 Plus performs much better than uh, Huawei Mate S. So overall battery performance is better, and also the standby performance is really very nice of our HTC One M9 Plus. Our Huawei Mate S is not so good when it comes to battery performance. I don't know the reason, because it's not having a high resolution screen like HTC One M9 Plus, and the standby performance of Huawei Mate S is pretty bad, you can say. um, and both of these two devices are having fingerprint scanner. HTC One M9 Plus is having a front side fingerprint scanner, which is here, and our Huawei Mate S is having fingerprint scanner in the back. And if we compare the performance of the fingerprint scanner in these two devices, then Huawei Mate S is a winner here, because the accuracy and the speed of Huawei Mate S fingerprint scanner is much better than the HTC One M9 Plus. It's so fast, so accurate. Each time it detects the fingerprint scan perfectly, and it is also having few extra features, like you can use it to check the notification like this. You can see that I am using the fingerprint scanner to check the notification, and if you are in the gallery, you can even scroll the images using the fingerprint scanner like this. Here I am using a fingerprint scanner, as you can see, and just going through the images here. So this fingerprint scanner on Huawei Mate S is faster, it is more accurate, and it is having extra feature than the HTC One M9 Plus. So if you fancy having a phone with great fingerprint capability, then you should go with the Huawei Mate S. And if you are just interested in having a fingerprint scanner for the security purpose, then you can go with HTC One M9 Plus as well. But again, the performance of Huawei Mate S fingerprint scanner is much better than the HTC One M9 Plus. And another big difference between these two devices is that HTC One M9 Plus is a single SIM device. Though both of these two devices are single SIM device actually, and they're having the memory card slot, in Huawei Mate S you can use the memory card slot as SIM2 slot as well. So um, like you're having the option to use either two SIM cards or one SIM card and one memory card in Huawei Mate S, but in HTC One M9 Plus this feature is missing. So you are supposed to use only one SIM card. So if you are looking for a phone which is having the dual SIM capabilities, then you can reject the HTC One M9 Plus at the very first glance, because it does not support dual SIM. Also, the big difference between these two devices is that Huawei Mate S comes in multiple versions in terms of internal storage. That there is 32 GB internal storage, 64 GB, and 128 GB as well. But for our HTC One M9 Plus, there is only just one version, and it is having 32 GB internal memory. Also, the 128 GB internal memory of version of Huawei Mate S comes with Force Touch feature, which is having a pressure sensitive screen, and by applying a pressure on various points of a screen, you can have some extra features like zooming into the pictures and assigning some tasks to few of the application, like you can remove these three navigation keys from here, and you can have the more space on your Huawei Mate S screen, and if you apply some pressure on this portion, then these navigation keys will come back. But that option is available only in the high-end version of Huawei Mate S, which is having the 128 GB internal memory. And this is all about the difference between these two devices, as you can see. Also, our HTC One M9 Plus is having better speaker. It is having the Dolby sound system. There are total 3 speakers, as you can see, 1 at the top and 2 at the bottom. But our Huawei Mate S is having just 1 speaker. Actually, there are 2 grills, but only the sound comes only from one of the grills. So if you are into so much gaming, then HTC One M9 Plus is better option for you, because it's having better sound quality and better graphics than the Huawei Mate S as well. And this is covering nearly every features and functionality of our these two devices. So let's have a quick recap. That talking about the design, our HTC One M9 Plus is having more premium design. If you're talking about the fingerprint, Huawei Mate S is having better fingerprint. For casual photography, HTC One M9 Plus is having better camera. But if you are into fancy features and pro imaging, then you can go with Huawei Mate S. If you're talking about the front facing camera, if you are a lover of selfies, then HTC One M9 Plus is the better device for you. When we talk about the screen, HTC One M9 Plus is having better screen than the Huawei Mate S. And when we talk about the performance in daily usage, the performance of these two devices are pretty much same. But if you're a hardcore user, a hardcore gamer, then HTC One M9 Plus is the better device, because it's having better graphics card, better CPU and GPU. So this is all about the difference between these two devices. And if you're looking for a high-end phone, you should go with the HTC One M9 Plus, because most of the time it's performing better, it's having more features than the Huawei Mate S. But if you are looking for a phone with great camera features, great fingerprint performance and bigger screen, then you can go with our Huawei Mate S. Also, because it comes in multiple versions, it is having 4 plus feature in the most high-end version, and it is a dual SIM phone as well. So thanks for watching the video, friends, and do not forget to subscribe the channel for more videos, tips and tricks and hands-on reviews like this. Have a nice day.